Over where?
Over
In
there in England.
Germany?
Oh, Germany. That's right.
They're
What
in
time?
Germany, bro. Germany, I'm pretty sure it's just 5 hours.
5 hour difference.
I'm pretty
Behind
sure
or
Germany is 5 hours. I just woke up. You know what's crazy is when I had less responsibilities in life, geography was like my favorite subject in the world.
bro.
And so I used to know all this stuff at the top of my head. I'm pretty sure Germany is 5 hours ahead.
Yep,
But
5:58 right now p.m.
okay, okay, there you go.
So yeah, you see five.
Yeah, I think
No,
most of
it's funny.
Europe is five.
That's funny because like I'm so like big on maps and direction, and
Right, right, right.
I seem to have like a sense of direction more than other people do. Like they be so lost. It's like I know where
Yeah,
north is at all times. I know
at
where
all times,
the east and west is. Like
bro. I'm the same way. And, like again, while I share the link, it's So for those of you, if anybody has joined yet, for those who don't know, um, highways or major roads that are numbered odd on north and south,
hmm
and highways and major roads that are numbered even are east and west.
yep,
Now,
yep.
this is a true story with my right hand up to God. Okay, this to show you I was a Labaneer before all this shit. I figured that out on my own when I was like 10 years old. I'm not even kidding you.
Mhm. 10
Not
years
10,
ago.
not 10, not 10, not 10, 13. Whenever we moved to the States, 13. Whenever we moved to the States. And, I'm like, because in St. Croix, it's like you got two major roads. You got either Center Line Road or the highway. That's all we would call it. Center
No,
Line Road or
yeah.
the highway. Matter of fact, Center Line Road, most people just say main road. Where you at? I'm on the main road. Okay. Now the main road ran damn near like you could jump from one side. It's called Sandy Beach. Matter of fact, that's where the last scene of the Shawshank Redemption. You seen that movie?
No, you know that. It sounds familiar.
Morgan Freeman and the dude who was with Martin Lawrence in that one movie.
Morgan Freeman is one of the ones.
But you could jump from Sandy Beach or Sandy Point,
Mhm.
Sandy Beach, Sandy Point, brain fart, and go straight damn near to the other side of the island till you get to Cheeseburgers in Paradise. And then you'd have to, you get to a fork in the road at that point. But that's basically like 80% of the island. And then if you make a left and you go further east, you get to the most eastern point of the United States, which is Point Udall.
Wait, who?
Mm-hmm. Point Udall.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's U.S. territory too.
That's right. That's right. It is. Um, so when we got to the states, it was in Pittsburgh, and I'm seeing like, okay, wait, why? This is 79. This is 376. This is Route 22. This is Route 30. This is Route 8. Like what? What? This has to all mean something, and that's when I put it all together.
Yeah, that
13 years old, bro.
yeah, no, that
Yeah,
because yeah, no, I
but
learned that a little bit later than that age, but I've always been interested in like I don't know, I always know exactly kind of like where I am for the most part.
right.
I mean, and then like in New York City, like they made it where like everything is either vertical or horizontal, the roads. This, the streets. It's either
Yes,
vertical or horizontal. So you like
yes.
it's not that hard. I mean, it's hard to get lost to a certain extent. Obviously, the GPS now makes it easier.
It's the
No.
same thing in Florida. Florida is the easiest place in the world to navigate in. I mean, I've never been to Texas,
Mhm.
nor California, so I'm not quite familiar with the terrain of the roads down there, and from what I hear, uh, Houston is very similar to Florida, where it's just flat. I don't know if all of it is like that,
Mhm.
But in Florida, GPS or not, no offense to anybody, you gotta be. I'm just gonna say naive to get lost in Florida. Like it's hard to get lost in Florida. You should always, even if you end up somewhere near the beach, it's like, okay, well, I'm
Now
on
you
Route
know.
One. Let me just go this way. Just if you're on the beach, just turn to right, and
Yeah.
you end up back somewhere.
Yeah, when I first went to Florida, man, and I saw how flat it was, because like here up here in the Northeast, we're used to mountainous areas
Mm-hmm.
and tall buildings. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yes.
it always felt like when I went to Florida, I always felt like when you were driving, it felt like it made the trip longer because it just felt like you don't see nothing ahead but just like road. You don't see
Yeah.
a turn, you don't see a hill. Like, oh shit, look, that destination, and that's a point of interest right there. Nah, it's just road, 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 and everybody's used to driving far over there. Like everything is so accessible up here quickly. Over there, like an hour and a half for a Walmart and
Wait,
grocery.
where?
Like, I mean, I guess yeah, it depends where you at. Like, so if I was in
Yeah,
Kissimmee,
it depends on where you at.
I had a lot of peoples in Kissimmee, and you had to go to Orlando for some stuff. So
Yes, yes,
that's
yes.
like a 45 minute to an hour, like just to
Yeah. Yeah, I always drove through Kissimmee. I never yeah. You're not gonna catch me just
to.
being in Kissimmee, yeah. I had to drive through there. Um
Are we gonna do you want to watch this real quick, or we're gonna get to it? It's already.
no, we'll get to it, but it's 21-14 now. Chiefs and Dolphins. And Vic, we talked about it. Good morning, everybody. Dues and Dues here, Vic Jr. Germ So True somewhere in the background. He'll be on shortly. Um, we got a lot of good games. Not really. That's a lie. We got 3 good games, a couple of interesting ones, but we got 3 really good games, not including the one on your screen right now. Um, for parlay purposes, we need Pacheco to score. I do at least. However, Vic, it's 21-14 now. It was just 21-0 coming out of half.
Yep.
Uh, Big drive by Miami, and then a huge, huge turnover by none other than Bradley Chubb, who is single-handedly the most impactful player on this Dolphins defense. They ran a stunt. Tooney kind of got caught spinning, sack, fumbled. They recover, great field position. Miami takes advantage of the opportunity. Vic, we talked about it, that outside run that they ran with Mostert to score a touchdown. That was their most successful outside zone
That
so
probably
far
was
all
their
game.
Yeah, that probably was their longest run too. Um, yeah, no, I mean, real quick on Bradley, man, like that's just another piece of that Denver Broncos situation that they just traded away. And
Absolutely.
that could be somebody that could obviously, I mean, be helping your defense out this
Right.
season, but he's over there in Miami and they were looking good here. Um, you know, basically obviously coming helping the offense get back in this game because I mean the Chiefs looked like they were all well on their way to a 40-point game again. So but yeah, no
There
that
we go.
this offense, man, like the Miami offense is so interesting. The way the designs, the horizontal movements, whether it's on mesh concepts, jet sweeps behind the line of scrimmage, all the tosses and all the fake handoffs and ball manipulation that Tua does. It's a very fun offense to watch. So I mean, you got 2 of the most interesting offenses in the league right now playing against each other. So this could easily be a Super Bowl matchup. I mean,
AFC
not Super Bowl,
conference.
I'm sorry, conference matchup.
Yes, 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 yes.
Sheesh.
I wasn't sure where you were going with it, but I got you.
I need to
I'm
eat.
trying to find something. Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
You know?
So let's spend a few minutes here on a trade, Vic.
Yeah.
Trade deadline is over. We saw a couple of trades. Apparently, there was 15 total trades. 8 happened in a 24-hour period. That is according to the Athletic. The 2 biggest headlines coming out of the trade deadline day came out of the nation's capital. which has been in the news lately. Anyways, uh, anyways, the Washington Commanders traded both of their edge rushers, Vic, both of their probably their best defensive players. Jonathan Allen, who prayers to Jonathan Allen, hopes that he survives his football life in the misery. Although, spoiler alert, maybe it won't be so miserable over there. They traded Chase Young to the 49ers, and they traded Montez Sweat to the Bears. Now, I initially I said the Bears are dumb unless they feel that this is the only way to lock him up long term. Now, that's an argument that really we will never have any definitive conclusion for. So let's just stay away from that hypothetical conversation, Vic. Let's just focus on what exactly went down. And I want to let you take it away. You talked about it. The Bears ended up paying a higher price. Forget the contract. They ended up paying a higher draft price than the 49ers did. And the 49ers got probably one of the best prospects in the last 10 years. So your thoughts on how it went down and what went down?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these situations where, you first initially look at it as a fan of the game, and you're like, wow, the Bears paid more for a player of lesser talent. But if you look at it, and we talk about it from a film-wide perspective, and from things that I've been hearing and reading, Montez has been a better player for the last couple of years. First and foremost, he's been healthier. He's been available. And availability is the best, ability that we talk about all the time. So, the Bears gave up a second-round pick. They felt that was worth it. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, an edge rusher for a second or a third-round pick is a bargain. I mean, we talk about the three most important positions in the sport: your passer, the guy that can protect the passer, and the guy that can knock the passer down. And those are the edge rushers. So Montez has been playing well. Statistically, it looks good for him. And film wise, we'd like to get a little bit more, but it could be a great pickup for that Bears defense and a great pickup for the 49ers if Chase Young is able to get healthier and continue to improve on his talents as well. Because, like you said, I mean, this is one of the best prospects we've seen in a long time. So his upside is incredible. So for me, those two trades were significant. Washington giving up on both of their edge rushers or trading away both of their edge rushers, whichever way you want to look at it, was very interesting. I feel like if they made a move, it would probably be one of them. But hey, they gave up both, and now they got some draft capital.
Yes.
Jerem So True joins us here, loves to use the term draft capital. And see what they can do with the upcoming drafts and improve that franchise, because edge rushers, man, that's tough to give up. You don't see edge rushers, you don't see left tackles and right tackles, and you definitely don't see quality quarterbacks get traded like this.
No doubt. Again, I mean, the one thing that I think in Washington is I saw this report. It might have also been from The Athletic. Shout out to The Athletic. I enjoy reading their content.
Absolutely.
That talked about Chase Young was not exactly a coach's favorite in the locker room, mainly because I guess he was undisciplined. Fumble Mostert.
Yeah, I think they got it back.
They got it. Yeah, they got it back. Is that why you did this? Okay, you ahead of me.
I was like, going that way.
Yeah, I mean, you could call it. You know what I mean? Anyways, reset. All right. Yeah. But we'll see. You know, we've seen plenty of situations where not just superstars, but players in general go to somewhere where they know they can win, and they completely change their demeanor, and obviously it reflects with their on-field performance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jerm can speak on it. I'm sure Jerm can speak on it a little bit more. I don't remember when we were scouting him or any reports of him being any kind of one of those players that a bit of a locker room dramatic kind of guy. It could be a situation that he's in that he just doesn't like it. But at the end of the day, he hasn't been exactly the healthiest player. So it's one of those situations like where like you got to prove yourself still. You still got to
Mm.
prove yourself to be available, and show the people what you got with that upside. Because I mean, that kid is I mean, he came after Nick Bosa,
Yeah,
so he came
yeah.
right after Nick Bosa the next season, and we were like, man, this is a really good player. Looks almost like a Bosa, if not better. So see what it is.
Talk to the people, Germ.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, first things first. I just want to know what in the world is going on with all of this negativity with some of these people today. I don't know. It's been a negative morning already. But anyway, let's
Hmm.
get to the positivity. Uh, views and dues live on the scene. Mo Schefter, Vic Jr.
I don't think you were listening, Germ.
No. I'm getting myself revved up for the show here a little
Okay,
bit.
okay, okay. We were talking
You know,
about
I'm with
which we'll
you.
get to. Yeah,
I
Chase Young
wanna,
and Montez Sweat.
yeah. I'm revving. Like I said, got to rev up the engine here. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. Montez should have went for a better capital than Chase did as well because health, as you guys discussed already. But the other thing too that I think that people forget about the Chase Young situation is Chase has always kind of been in trouble in Washington from the beginning. So a culture change was needed for him anyway, to be honest. As far as Montez Sweat goes, if we remember properly, guys, the reason why Montez one thing about Montez that was kind of a red flag during the time when he was coming out from I believe it was Mississippi State was he had a heart murmur or something that was going on.
Okay,
Mm.
was that okay? Yeah, yeah, yep. I think I remember
But
now.
it was
It's
still a
two,
damn
right?
good looking player.
It's him and Josh Sweat, right? They're brothers,
Yeah, Joshua's on the Eagles.
right? Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to remember which one exactly we really got dove into.
We really dove into Montez because Montez was the one that was 6'5", 6'6", the
Mm.
real physical guy on the edge, long arms, all of the other things. Like he had all of the intangibles to be his size. Like I said, the issue therefore is though in this situation, the issue really is for Washington for you to give up on both guys that you spent such high draft capital on. We're talking about two top 10 picks, two top 7 picks. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I, and then I don't
Well,
know.
again, my thoughts on it, Vic, not to cut you off, is I believe Ron Rivera. I said it last week on the show. I think he believes he can draft and develop value with his pass rush because that is his specialty.
Mm.
And so, with that being said, I think he looked at as long term. We need more players. We need better depth because you look at the Commanders. They kind of have talent. You know what I mean? Like there's talent on this football team on
Oh,
both sides.
absolutely, yeah.
Um, which obviously is in the NFL, so you're gonna have talent. But like for a team who's what's their record now? What is their record?
3-5.
3-5. For a team that's 3-5, like they got a lot of talent, you know. But anyways, let's move on. Next thing, the Seahawks traded for Leonard Williams. They gave up a second round pick and a
What,
fifth round pick.
bro? I had no idea that happened.
Wait, Mo, can I say something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
And this is neither here nor there, but I really need to make sure I say this. When you say you feel like Ron Rivera said feels like he can just draft and develop talent of other prospects and stuff like that
On the defense.
on the defensive side and stuff like that, I'm not a Ron Rivera fan, so I'm just gonna tell
Right.
y'all the truth. I've never seen him do it. I've seen him get some good players, but in Carolina, he had a guy named Julius Peppers, the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Uh,
Inheriting him, yes.
yeah, but I'm saying, what draft capital did you invest? What you did get was you got some. You were where Ron Rivera was good was getting linebackers, in my opinion. He had a good stretch there where he had some really good linebackers. He developed some and I mean Shaq Thompson, obviously. Didn't he draft Luke Kuechly?
Mm-hmm.
He
So I
did.
mean, I think those are the areas where he did fine. But let's Ron, slow down, calm down, calm down, buddy.
Yeah,
Because
like I said,
you drafted a
I
lot of
guarantee you
edge
he believes it.
players. He drafted a lot of edge players in particular over the last couple of seasons, which I can show with some proof here later. Don't forget, y'all, I got blind GM too for y'all tomorrow on Monday. I'm gonna hit y'all with the blind GM on Monday. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not feeling the way that went down. That's all I'll say on that. To give Leonard Williams, just to say this, great pickup for the Seahawks. They needed somebody on the interior with a name, and he gives them a guy who can play a little bit of edge. So gives you, I don't want to say a Michael Bennett like presence, but it gives you an upgraded presence on the defensive line.
Absolutely.
And it's a Pete Carroll player. That's what I'll
Yes.
say, that a Pete Carroll player.
Absolutely. Okay, 12:20. Let's get to the games. Like I said, no reason for this show to be too long. I'm keeping an eye on this game. 6 minutes left to go. I'm a little behind. 1st and 10. Dolphins in Chiefs territory. Little toss sweep doesn't work. Again, that's what killed them against Philly. They kept trying that toss sweep. It didn't work. And they're gonna keep trying it. I mean, they love that play. They love the toss outside. They love the outside zone, but really the toss outside. They love running it.
Hey Mo,
And it has not proved to be too effective against good teams. Yo,
you're gonna get a next player right here. You're gonna see a little bit of White Tyreek. Should be considered one of the best in the league.
I don't think.
No, I'm talking about like he's kind of like number 1 or 2. Knocking on that door, number 1 or 2 right now.
All right, let's see.
Talking about all-time great.
Let's see. They got shotgun running back to the right, trips left.
It's basic.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, he got sacked. It's like 3rd and 97 right now.
Oh, so you're kind of behind. Okay.
Okay, all right. Let's not rub it in. It's not my fault.
Wait, what time do you have on the clock?
4:50.
Oh, so you're ahead of me now. Oh, never mind.
Okay, well, look at me. Look at me.
Oh, he had a slant from the slot.
Look at me.
He had a slant from the slot, corner all up in his face, trying to bash his face in.
Okay.
Catch, first down.
All right, so it's 3rd and 26. They're going to have to call a timeout, which would be a huge – nope, they got the snap off. Drop back, steps up, fires way outside. Receiver even fucking slipped. Excuse my French. Ay, Dios mío.
Damn.
There's a flag on the play. We got laundry on the field. Laundry on the field. Let's see what the flag is.
Don't worry, this flag is nothing that's gonna affect the play.
All right. Well, you know what? I mean, y'all just party poopers today.
Oh man.
That's a roughing the passer.
No, it's not. They didn't call roughing the passer.
Yeah, it is. I need the Chiefs to score another touchdown. Damn it. Okay. Anyways,
see, here's the problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
That roughing the that's why that roughing the passer call is so tough, because there was more contact on that than some of the plays that we've seen this year that they've called roughing the passer.
Yeah, I mean, the roughing the passer thing is all about like the nuances. You know what I mean? Like, how late were you to hitting the quarterback? Did you put weight on him? Things of that nature. Did you impact his head hitting the floor? All right. So we got really 3 major games to talk about, and the rest of them we're going to do rapid fire style. Okay. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locks of the week from a money line perspective. If you want to pay attention to that. The Chiefs were the 6th, but obviously they do not count. Let's get to it. You got the first game, 4-4 versus 4-4. The Atlanta Falcons hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Over under is 37.5. Taylor Heineke, Vic, is getting the start today for the Falcons. They are benching the rookie, but they came out and said, look, we're only benching him for a little bit. We just kind of feel like Taylor Heineke right now is the guy that we need. I don't know how much I agree with it. I guess we will see the negative or positive impact that it has on the Riddler when he gets back on the field. No Drake London today, and Minnesota has not been. Minnesota's all right against the run. They're all right. So should be plenty of opportunities for Bijan Robinson. As for the Vikings, Jaron Hall is getting the start for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm taking the Falcons. I'll take the under. I don't expect a lot of points. I expect both teams to try to keep it on the ground a lot. I think, if anything, Atlanta will score more points. Well, obviously, because I think they're going to win. But I don't expect a high-scoring game by any means. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, with Desmond Ritter, man, he has 12 takeaways, giving up 12 takeaways this season. So it's just one of those situations where he hasn't been all that terrible passing. I mean, he doesn't have much upside there, but it's one of those situations where you're turning over the ball a lot. So they want to go to somebody that should be able to kind of control that a little bit and help this team win. I mean, it's a very talented football team as well, very underrated young talented team, Jerm. So can Taylor pass his way? Get Kyle Pitts more involved, to get the other receiver, drawing a blank right now, who's an outstanding talent, get him more involved as well. Should be interesting to see. But I'm taking the Falcons as well, man. I think just the Vikings just have too much going on with these injuries, and their run game hasn't been great either. So I'm taking the Falcons. I think they're a little bit more. I think they just have a little bit more established situations besides the quarterback situation.
Germ?
I mean, this is reason 365,222.2 of why the Falcons ain't SH. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think the big thing that I think that we need to also highlight about the Desmond Ritter situation is Ritter actually, before when they were 2-0, he had, at that point in the season, he hadn't even had a turnover yet. So now we're talking about a situation where now he's had one turnover since week 3. You're talking about him having all of these turnovers. It's just kind of one of the things where you kind of got to stick with the kid. I think you should always stick with your rookie, especially in these situations right now. But it is what it is. I agree with you, Mo. I think the Falcons have a little bit more to work with. So give me the Falcons today, even though I really don't like picking them people.
He's second year quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, right? Desmond.
Yeah. Desmond Ritter? No, he's a rookie.
No, he got drafted last year, didn't?
No, he's a rookie quarterback in regards to reps, not in regards to rookie.
Oh yeah, he was. That's right. You're right. Okay. Next
on
the docket,
I got a Jalen Ramsey sighting. Oh snaps! I didn't know he was there. Hey,
yeah,
buddy.
he got a pick last week.
Hey,
against
buddy.
The Patriots. All right, 3rd-and-1 now. Next, you got the Browns at Cardinals. Deshaun Watson is finally playing for the Cardinals. They are starting Clayton Tune. I think the Browns are going to roll at the tune of a blowout. Give me the Browns. Germ?
Oh, I see. We got a guy made a pure champion stuff. Okay, just give me the Browns, man. This is the You Better special.
By far. Vic?
Yeah, exactly. You better special. The Browns better win this game because I want to see them in the playoffs this season too. So.
Yeah. All right, 2 more rapid fires, and then we'll get to a big one. Packers at Rams. Rams at Packers. For some reason, I wrote the home and away backwards on all of these games this week. Rams at Packers. Over under 38.5. Brett Ripien is getting the start for the Rams. The Packers, I didn't realize this, are on a 5-game losing streak, and in those 5 games have not scored over 21 points. Shame. They should. This is a You Better special in a way. It just is. But I'm staying away from everything in this game. Over-unders, money lines, parlays. I'm staying away from everything because there is the chance that Brett Ripien comes out here today and balls out and the Rams have success. I'm taking the Packers, but only because we have to pick every game. Vic?
Yeah. So Ripien is starting for the Rams.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got to go with the Packers as well. I don't know, man. It's just Jordan Love has been inconsistent. It's kind of some Trey Lance looking type of talent over there right now. I mean, these are big arm quarterbacks, but there's just a lot of things still that they need to work on. So, he's got me a little bit on the edge with him, but I'll take the Packers just because I think they have a better football team talent wise right now.
Yeah. Dolphins driving, Germ.
Give me the Rams.
Okay. Okay. Next on the docket, Patriots at Commanders, over under 40.5. And the Patriots are actually the favorites. But spoiler alert, this is one of my picks of the week. I am going with the Washington Commanders. I really am. Number one for the Patriots. I don't think they run enough. And then there's no Devontae Parker or Kendrick Bourne. And I don't know, man. I think you look at what they did last week against Philly, and I think they can build on it. And I think you look at all the injuries for New England. Again, I think it favors the Commanders with Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, their running backs, Antonio Gibson. I think there is opportunities today for the Commanders to get a big win for their team, for their franchise moving forward. So give me the Commanders. Vic?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. Even in New England, this has been a bad football team to watch. They had that one great game a couple weeks ago, but it's been tough. I mean, like you said, man, they need to run Ezekiel Elliott and Ramondre a little bit more. But I don't.
Yeah.
So far, they just have not been doing that. This is a system that believes in run first. They're just not executing it. So I'll take the Commanders in this game too.
All right, next game on the docket, big game of the week, big game of the 1 o'clock. Baltimore Ravens hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Baltimore 6-2. Seattle is 5-2. Over under is 44.5, and the Ravens are 5.5 point favorites. Seattle's defense, fellas, a couple of things here. Seattle's defense have allowed less than 21 points in each of the last 4 games, and this is an interesting stat here. They are one of the best run defenses against running backs and one of the worst running defenses against quarterbacks. Make of that whatever you would like, okay? A couple things on Lamar. 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. However, something that I don't like, but I guess Baltimore is going to live with, 3 sacks in 5 of 8 games. He's been sacked more than 3 or more times in 5 of their 8 games. For me, Vic, Germ, there are 3 keys for both teams. Number 1 for Seattle, protect Geno, protect the ball, run early and run often. You saw last week against the Browns, they didn't run enough. Like they averaged well over 5-6 yards per carry. They just didn't run it nearly enough. I think less than 20 carries total between their running backs. That's not going to do it against a quality football team, which the Seahawks are a quality football team, and they're going up against a quality football team. They got to take advantage of their strengths, and their strengths is not Geno Smith dropping back 40 times a game. It's just not. You got 2 solid running backs there. Run early, run often. For Baltimore, there are 3 keys. They got to get Lamar and Mark Andrews going. I think Seattle can very much win this game. It's just going to depend on 2 things: keeping Andrews and Lamar out of the end zone. So for the Ravens, on the flip side of it, Lamar and Mark Andrews, get them going, get them producing yards, and hopefully for Baltimore, they can convert those into 6 instead of settling for field goals. On the flip side, for the Ravens defense, I think the one advantage they will have in this game is if they can press up on these receivers and disrupt the timing between Geno and DK and Geno and Tyler. That is, I think, a very, very critical factor in this one, because Geno, if he's got the time and he's on time, he's pretty damn good, especially with the deep ball. He's actually quite impressive with the deep ball if he's got time and he's on time. And then lastly, for the Ravens, they got to win time of possession. I think Seattle is going to present a challenge for them through 60 minutes, and I think it's going to be very, very important for the Ravens to dictate the pace. If you can allow, if Seattle comes out and they're running and they're moving the ball and they got the ball for majority of the first half and they got the ball for a good part of the second half, it's going to bode well for Seattle. So for Baltimore, not a game you want to lose despite the quality opponent. They got to win time of possession. I'm going to leave my prediction to later. Vic?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun because, you know, we talked about it in the beginning of the season. You brought it up, especially the quarterback play has been going down, you know, especially with some retirements. You know, the quarterback play has been going down, but these coaches don't adjust with the running game. And Seattle again has a great running game. Their offensive line is a lot better in the run, and they just need to use that to help Geno more. And like you said, control the clock, running the ball, and let him pass off of play action and things like that. And they have a really good chance to beat, you know, the Ravens, because, you know, again, they defensively Seattle has been good, and you know that's an interesting stat where they've been good against the running backs, but not against the quarterbacks. So we'll see how the Ravens try to execute that. We're definitely gonna see some RPOs and things like that. But damn, that was I saw that was short pass there. But yeah, that should be. I'm looking forward to this game for sure. This is one of the three, like
No
you
doubt.
said, three games that I'm definitely gonna be tuning in on. So
No doubt.
I'll pick Seattle in this game to go to Baltimore.
Okay. All right.
Toss
I
up.
mean, takes away my element of surprise. I'm actually, I just have, I don't know. I'm gonna pick Seattle as well in this game. I think they're gonna go in there especially with the addition of Leonard Williams now. I think they're gonna go in there and they're gonna do a lot of good things against Baltimore, and I think they're gonna beat them. I really do. Germ?
Interesting.
Just give me Seattle.
All right, next on the docket, let's go rapid fire style again. Although there might be one to be some time spent on this. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
All right, bro. All right.
Horrible.
All right. I'm over it.
Yeah, anyways.
You saw the duck?
We'll see what happens on this 4th and 10. We'll see.
Man.
So you got the Houston Texans hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams are 3-4. Over under is 40. Vic, to me, both of these teams, the run game is just slaw. They're bottom of the league in runs, bottom of the league in red zone. Buccaneers are on a 3-game losing streak. Again, simple keys for me. Houston, how will CJ Stroud perform against the pressure? You know Tampa's going to blitz. If he can be successful, which he was lethal last week, if he can be successful again this week against the pressure, I think that bodes really, really well for Houston. And then for Tampa, it's Baker. Baker plays well, Tampa wins. Baker plays bad, Tampa loses. Which Baker are you going to get today? We will see about it. I'm actually going to go with the Texans. Simply why? They protect the ball. Now, it's ironic. You got strengths here. The strength is Tampa Bay is good at turning the ball over, whereas Houston is good at protecting the ball. So, turnover battle, whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win this game. That's just what it comes down to. I'm going with Houston.
We have a bad snap fumble here, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, my God, bro.
The game.
So, Pacheco didn't have any touchdowns?
Who?
Did Pacheco not score?
Nah, I don't think he did, bro.
God damn it, bro. I can never
I
pick
needed him to score too.
Fuck. Excuse my French.
So yeah, no, I mean this game was a tough one as well. You know, I'm a big fan of both quarterbacks in this game. Both teams run the ball horribly. Kind of, you know, at the back end of the league and running. They both stop the run well. So it's going to be on the quarterback's hands, man. It's going to be on both quarterbacks' hands. CJ Stroud, outstanding rookie. Baker Mayfield, you know, first overall pick one day back in the day. So it's going to be about who plays the best out of those two and who turnover, you know, like you said, no turnovers to win this game. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. You went with the Texans. I'm gonna go with the Bucks just for the hell of it. But I would not be shocked if this game is like literally down to the wire, literally close like every minute because Both these teams are just similar on paper with again the way they do, just the way they play offensively and defensively.
Right. Germ.
Just give me the Bucks.
All right. Next on the docket, you got the Saints at the Bears over under 41, 8.5 points for the Saints. They Saints had a kind of an offensive explosion last week. I think this week, same thing. You got some opportunities here for both Kamara and Michael Thomas to be productive. I personally, parlay wise, Kamara receptions and yards, Michael Thomas touchdowns. I think this is a prime opportunity for Michael Thomas to get in the end zone this week. Couple of key things here, Vic. Number one, Chicago's defense is 31st in the league in points per game and 27th in the league in terms of allowing with first downs on third downs. You know how much I love that stat. You know I am a huge, huge fan of the third down stat. I think it tells a lot. And number two, Chicago's offense, 13 turnovers this year. New Orleans defense, 13 turnovers this year. What does that tell you? New Orleans is going to get a friggin' turnover today. You can just bet on it. Mm-hmm. Tyson Bagent, look, his first start, he looked good. His second start, he looked like what we thought. Like when we came on here Monday night, I talked about if Tyson can show that he can throw the ball past 10 yards, then the Bears have something. If he can't, then he just is just, and he showed that he can't. And I don't think he's going to have any success against a very, very hostile Saints defense. Give me New Orleans. I'm going to go 27-13 Saints.
Yeah. Is this going to be? Yeah, it's going to be over there in New Orleans. I mean, I'm taking the Saints too. I think Kamara coming back from his situation, just when you think he's down and out, probably in his last legs, has looked outstanding. Definitely, I could see a lot of passes his way as well. I mean, even with the addition of Montez Sweat, he's probably going to be asked to just go get the quarterback. But I think the Saints have enough definitely to win this game. Again, it should be a big Kamara game for sure. Jerome?
Thanks.
Okay. You got the Panthers hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Over under is 43.5. The Panthers are undefeated since last week. Finally got their first win of the season. Couple questions here. I got a what, I got a where, I got a when, and I got a why. Okay. What the hell is Gardner Minshew doing? He is a definition of a Jekyll and Hyde quarterbacks. Okay. He's got 5 interceptions in the last 3 games. Again, if he's good, when he's good, he's good. When he's bad, Uncle Rico, baby. Mm-hmm. For the Panthers, who are we? Like, who is this team? They got talent. They got youth. They got a good locker room from everything you can see. Who are we? Are we going to be the team that's going to let our talent show week in and week out and find a way to win games against the not tier 1 teams of the league, which I like Indy, but this is a team where if Carolina plays well and everybody does what they're supposed to do, they got no reason why they can't win this game. Where is the second wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers? It cannot just be Adam Thielen all day where Bryce Young is trying to force the ball to. Every key situation, every key down, key play, whatever, it's going to Adam Thielen. You could tell by the formation, you could tell by the route concept, and more importantly, you could tell by the way Bryce Young is just trying to force it in there to him. So this doesn't fall on Bryce Young by no means. Why? Because he's the rookie. We talked about it. There are the talent has to bring the quarterback, and then eventually the quarterback brings the talent. We are in a stage of his career where the talent has to bring the quarterback. So this is on the players around him. More importantly, this is on the coaching staff. They got to get more aggressive, more assertive, rather, in getting other players involved for this young quarterback. Okay, and then I had one more. Why? For the Colts, why the hell are we not running the ball more? You got a running back duo that is as efficient as any duo can be. Run the dang ball, Bert.
Yeah, I mean, same thing applies to a previous game. You got weak quarterback play. Let's run the football. Like, run the football 24 times. whatever. Like it's possible to do it, and you got some of the best talent there in Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss, who's not a slouch himself. Run
He's
the
not.
football. You should be able to win a game like this against the Carolina Panthers, who in the trenches are not even though they got some talent there, they're not the best. So I need to see more Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss. As far as Bryce Young, he's looked a lot better since the beginning of the season. It was looking kind of scary for him. I questioned the size and his situation, but I mean he's looked good the past few weeks. But again, I just think the Colts, if Gardner just protects the ball and they run the ball more, they should be able to dominate this game. And look out for DeForest Buckner to have a field day against that Carolina interior offensive line.
Yeah, completely agreed. Germ?
Let's roll with the Colts. I mean, I don't think there's any question or we're gonna see the Colts win today, but I just think overall this is just that first year of a rookie quarterback. So we really don't know what to expect
Yeah.
besides what the coaching staff is gonna try to build around them. And to be honest with y'all, don't look like they're doing a good job. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Colts just because they seem like the more seasoned team right now.
Right.
Speaking of unseasoned, you got the Las Vegas Raiders at the New York Giants. This is an Aiden O'Connell versus Daniel Jones special. I'm not gonna watch. Give me the Giants. Germ?
I wish Tyrod
You know
Taylor
what?
was.
Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. Why are you not playing Tyrod Taylor? Why are you going to Daniel Jones? Whatever. Give me the Raiders. Give me Aiden O'Connell. Give me Antonio Pierce. Give me Devontae Adams dropping buckets in the locker room on a mini basketball hoop. Give me the Raiders.
How about we just pick a tie?
Okay. Vic?
I just noticed that the Giants are at the Raiders at 425 on Fox. Cowboys at Eagles at 425 on Fox. So is the Northeast gonna get this shitty ass Vegas Raiders versus Giants game?
You're probably gonna get yes.
No,
yes.
No, I'm canceling this New York team right here.
It would be a shame if you got to get on a Sunday ticket to be able to watch this game. Like the Cowboys Eagles should be a nationally televised football game.
Yep.
To the point where CBS and Fox should both stream the damn games. Okay. Which is next on the list, but go ahead, Vic.
No, I'll take the Raiders too. Giants, man.
Yeah. But I think the Raiders, they got rid of McDaniels and Ziegler and everybody else who made decisions in that building.
It'd be new, fresh, like a fresh today.
Yeah. Rumors are Tom Brady might come down and call plays in the second half. Who knows? Okay. Two main events, baby. Eagles at the Cowboys. You got 7-1 versus 5-2. Over under is 46.5. I like it. I like that 46.5 line just because it's like, do you think it's going to be a blowout or do you think it's going to be a defensive struggle? Like, not defensive struggle, but more of a defensive dictated game. Let's find out. -3 for the Eagles. First of all, points per game for the offenses. Eagles number 3, Cowboys number 2. Third down, Eagles numero 1, Cowboys number 3. Both teams middle of the pack in the red zone scoring. Something very, very, very interesting. I know, April. Vic, which quarterback is second in most turnovers this year?
Wow. That's probably you would think Dak first, but it's probably Jalen, right?
Jalen Hurts is second in the league this year behind the enigma that is Desmond Ridder with 11 total turnovers.
Wow.
Cannot happen in this one. Now, here's the thing, right? Forget the notes. Forget the analytics. Here's the thing, Vic. It's going to come down to 3 things for me. Number 1, Who wins on the edge on both sides of the ball? Both Reddick and Parsons are two of the more explosive edge players. Let me rephrase. Are the two most explosive off the ball edge players, because we can't count Myles Garrett because he's a freak. You got their game records. So the performance of the tackles for both sides is going to be critical, absolutely critical. You got Vitae and Johnson, and you got Steele and Tyron Smith. Got a neck injury, but I feel like Tyron Smith has been on the injury report since his rookie year. I really do. So if he's out there, I expect him to play. As long as he's not dealing with a back situation, I expect him to play, and I expect him to be effective. So first key, who's going to win on the edge? Okay? Second key, how will Dak Prescott fare in making straight up big boy throws, grown man throws? I'm not talking about seam routes. I'm not talking about post routes. I'm talking about comebacks. I'm talking about corner routes. I'm talking about quick passes outside the numbers is going to be absolutely critical for the Dallas Cowboys to be successful. Why? Again, because of not only Hassan Reddick, but all the different things that the Eagles do up front. It's going to be very, very important for Dak to be cool, calm, poised, and make those big boy throws. And lastly, here's my third key, which might not be talked about. If Stephon Gilmore travels with A.J. Brown, whoever wins that matchup, more likely that team will win the game. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to leave it there. Vic?
So some interesting other information in terms of Dak Prescott. In his last 3 starts against the Eagles, he's 3-0, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception, and they've averaged 44 points in those 3 wins. So we talked about the Dak. What are we looking for from Dak? Consistency from game in and week out. One week he looks outstanding. The next week he falls back to earth. So where is the consistency with Dak? And the Eagles just seem to bring the best out of him. So again, I expect a big game from him again this week. Like you said, the edge rushers, not only Micah Parsons, but DeMarcus Lawrence loves playing against Lane Johnson. They always going at it. And even though you might not see DeMarcus get some sacks, but he's going to stop the run. He's going to be in Lane Johnson's face, set the edge, and stop the run. And that's very key because you can get a sack and first down, but you still need to stop them in second and third down. But if you're making, stopping the run second, third down on short plays, I mean, that's just as effective as, getting them off the field. So I'm taking the Cowboys in this game. I just think they have a lot more going on. Jalen Hurts has been hobbled. He has been turning over the ball. So besides him and A.J. Brown, who have been one of the best duos in the league this year, if Stephen Gilmore is able to kind of, slow that down a little bit, the Cowboys definitely have a chance to win this game. I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Germ?
Okay. You did all that breaking down for this to be a mediocre game.
Oh, God.
It's the first matchup of the season. This the first matchup of the season. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't – you know how you just get that feeling that it's just going to be like a regular game because this isn't even the most important game that they're going to play yet this year. I just feel like this is going to be one of those nice regular fights. We just get a nice, 21-24 type of matchup. We get some turnovers, we get some kicks, we get some nice stuff to watch on film for the next matchup, and that's what I get. Give me the Eagles. I just think the Eagles right now are playing better football right now than the Cowboys overall. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, personally, the over-under of 46.5, I'm actually going to take the under because I do think the defense is going to be the story of this game for both these football teams. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a physical game. I think there's going to be some plays made. I wholeheartedly think this game is going to live up to the hype. I don't know what people's hype is. I know what my hype is, see a quality football game, and I believe I'm going to see a quality football game dictated by defense, which those who've been around know, one of the most exciting games that I ever watched was, I think it was 2015 or 2016, the Cardinals versus Seahawks, back when they still had people, both sides. It was 9-6 was the final score. And that was one of the most exciting games that I have watched in the last 10 years. I swear to you.
That's funny because 2016, I went to the Giants versus Cowboys, one of the coldest nights in the New York City area.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like 9-6 and a disappointing, and that was Dak and Ezekiel's rookie year.
I remember that.
Game.
I remember that. That's back when you was being threatened to be kicked out of the group every 2 days.
Oh,
I remember that.
I had all the Cowboys gear like a little cornball.
I remember that. What was your famous quote? Oh, wasn't it finish?
Finish. Hashtag finish.
Finish. Yep. Hashtag finish.
Shout out to the Eagles that year.
Anyways, last name on the docket. Heavyweight matchup. Main event. Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Buffalo Bills. Over-under is 50.5. The Bills 5-3. The Bengals 4-3. Bengals are soaring or roaring, I should say, rather. And the Bills, they getting past you, Chief, because these folks, I just don't have any faith in them. Couple of quick things to go through. The statistics on this game, Vic, like, it don't make sense because the Bengals started off so slow and lackadaisical that they're just, like, statistically, it looks like the Bills should have a distinct advantage. However, this is where I think this game is going to go. Number one, Joe Burrow, I think, is going to is going to slice them up. Okay, I think Buffalo's going to want to try and bring pressure. And as you saw last week, when San Francisco learned the hard way, you cannot pressure Joe Burrow if you're not going to hit Joe Burrow. 13 of 13 versus the blitz last week against the best team in football. Okay. Buffalo Bills defense. They are the worst running defense on inside zone plays in the NFL. So what does that mean? Joe Mixon between the tackles all game long, baby. Give me the Bengals. I'm going to keep it simple so you guys can have time. Give me the Bengals. I'm going to go to Bengals with a convincing win. I think it's going to be somewhat close, but I think you're going to see that throughout this entire game, Joe got it. Go ahead, Vic.
Listen, I mean, two of my favorite quarterbacks. Two of my favorite quarterbacks the last 5-6 years since they've been drafted. I'm looking forward another game that I'm looking forward to watch. Joe Burrow has been outstanding. I mean, it's just fun to watch. Like, he had a quote this week that I'm trying to look for that was pretty hilarious, and I'm trying to confirm if it's true. But he said something about a weaker quarterback in the league, and he's like, once he saw that guy playing better, he needed to get his head out of his ass and get better, and ever since then he's been good. So this
can't be a real quote.
Nah, I know.
I didn't even Google it. That can't be a real quote.
I'm trying to confirm it. I'll find it. I'll confirm it. But no, I mean, give me the Bengals as well. I just think I think this is a slightly better team, even though both teams have outstanding talent at almost every position. This should just be a fight, man. I think, what is the over-under on this?
All right, closed out 50.5, I believe.
Damn. Give me the over,
50.5.
Give me the over. Give me the over in this game. I want to see some scoring in this one.
Jeremy?
To finish and wrap it up, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Give me, for this particular matchup, I struggle with this game this week. I did, because there's just so many things about this matchup that we really, really like. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I'm going to take Cincy because I think Cincy needs the victory more. But at the same time, just give me Cincy. Just give me Cincy. We'll save all the analysis for later. I don't really got much analysis for this. I just think Burrow's playing well. Bengals playing better right now overall.
Bro, the way Joe Burrow looked last week, like, no doubt, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, right? But when Joe is playing on that level, like just put him in the Hall of Fame when he's playing on that level. I'm not even joking. It's absolutely remarkable. It's stupid, and I know it's gone viral all over Twitter. That one play he had early in the game on third down, where pocket broke down. He and you hear me talk about this a lot, right? It's find the pocket within the pocket. Like when the pocket breaks down, there's another pocket somewhere. Find it. That pocket is not outside the tackle box because that's your friend. That is your safe haven as a quarterback. And Joe Burrow understands that. And that is what makes him, to me, heads and shoulders above all the other quarterbacks, with the exception of 15. Okay, let's wrap it up. About to be kickoff. My closing thoughts, my 5 locks of the week. If you want to bet the money line before they go, Falcons, Browns, Commanders, Saints, Bengals. Falcons, Browns, Commanders, Saints, Bengals. My 5 picks of the week. And the Chiefs, but we didn't count the Chiefs. That's my closing thoughts. 3 fabulous, fabulous games. 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I can't wait to watch them. Vic, closing thoughts.
You'll be busy. Got some chili on the slow cooker as we speak. But I'm going to make sure I have the phone, my laptop, somewhere where I see a screen somewhere showing these football games. Week 9, man, enjoy it because we're already We're already getting on. We're going back to the end of the season now. It's the middle now, so
yeah,
let's enjoy it.
Well, we might do a pick'em competition in December between the 3 of us and give a reward to one of the viewers. Germ, closing thoughts.
This week I just want everybody to focus on who's starting to separate themselves and play good football, moving toward the middle part to the. We're in the second quarter of the year, so we're in officially the second quarter. Now we're trying to make sure that we picked up some of the tendencies. We're out of the scripted plays. We're focusing more on the matchups that we want to take advantage of and everything like that. So that this part of the year, let's just really enjoy these games, enjoy some of the players. Hope everybody stays healthy. Hope we don't get any more big injuries, things like that. And last but not least, man, just make sure you guys really, really, really pay attention to these divisional races in some of these divisions, especially the North. The AFC North has a great race going right now. The NFC East, whoever finishes at the top of that division, and just so because I know we need to adjust our TV screens when we say this, as of right now today, the Jacksonville Jaguars are the 2nd seed in the AFC.
Yes, they are.
Duval, shout out to Duval County.
Yes, they are. Take us home, True.
22. Don't forget, y'all, tomorrow, Blind GM. Quarterbacks that are not Hall of Famers or not in the Hall of Fame style.
You better come good. I'm just telling you. We haven't talked about it at all. This better be thorough. Okay, I don't want to see a bunch of win-loss percentages and passer rating and quarterback rating. This better be a thorough blind GM.
All you need to do is just be prepared to be stumped, chump.
Okay, all right. We'll see. All right, yo. Take us home, baby.
22.